Hey, what it is, it's your boy Core Parts, man, and we in the Partments with my boy Parlae.
Hey, Parlay, meet me at the Partment.
Yo, you already know this your boy Parlay, man. Live from downtown. And we in the Partment with Parlay. Meet me in the Partments. Listen, I love my city, ATL, boy. But I love my city. Only thing I love more than my city is the west side of my city. Shout out to Bankhead, Long Live Swall, Rest Easy Charlotte, Rest Easy Buddy, a.k.a. We Fly. Listen, man. Atlanta is very important to the culture to me. But on the side of on opposite side of the culture, we have a lot of influential people. And Atlanta has a lot of people that makes a lot of stuff move and a lot of stuff shake and make a lot of stuff move behind the scenes that y'all really don't know. And I think that was make our city really, really special. So I feel like we're in a time right now where everybody want to be in the forefront. Everybody want their name to be on everything. All the DJs want to be on your mixtape covers. All the DJs want to hear their voice all on your stuff. You know what I'm saying? Can't nobody do nothing without putting their logo on the front of your flyer or on your book bag. Ain't no none of that no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's a host of people in Atlanta who move stuff behind the scenes. My next guest is definitely somebody who moves stuff, a lot of stuff behind the scenes. I heard an old school saying is when you meet good people, keep them with you, keep them around you, build with them. And when I was young, I really didn't understand that. I always just felt like I wanted to do what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to. I didn't want to take away from what I wanted to do. If I did something with somebody, they had to be doing what I wanted to do. And I don't know if that was a young thing or a selfish thing, but the older I got, the more I started to understand that because I lived so much life and I done been around so many people and I done been stabbed in the back. I done been anything that you can have in the streets. And all the good people who I run across, I keep good relationships with them, but I don't build with them. I always try to build with the people that be around me and the people that I feel like I want to build with. You know what I'm saying? And I think that always hold you back. So if you're somebody out there who watching and you listening right now, if you got somebody around you who not helping pour, I usually like, if they're not pouring into you, then you need to find some new people to be around. Find the people that you can learn from, that inspire you, that you can build from, that every time you see what they got going on, what they doing, you're like, I gotta get on my stuff, bro. I gotta get out here and get on my grind. And if you continue to surround yourself around people like that, only thing it's gonna do is magnify what you do. And that will lead you up to the saying where if you want to be a millionaire, hang around millionaires. But all millionaires ain't gonna let anybody just hang with them. So you gotta build yourself up to start hanging around some thousandaires. You know, get around some thousandaires, figure out what they're doing, how they do it, learn that game, let that build you up, and the more you continue to grow, the more you'll continue to expand your network. And your network is your net worth. You know what I'm saying? So if you hang around, if all your partners, if you around, and I want to say it like this because it's podcast for the streets. If you hang around niggas who sell bricks, you probably gonna sell bricks. If you hang around niggas who sell zips, you're gonna be a zip selling nigga. If you got bricks and you hang around zip selling niggas, it's only gonna be so long where them niggas gonna use you to get what you got. You know what I'm saying? But if you hang around another nigga who's selling bricks and you selling bricks, he gonna turn you on to the plug, or you gonna turn him on to the plug, or he gonna give you these low prices, you gonna give him some low prices, and y'all gonna build. So everything I was saying, I'm just using that as an example for everybody watching. And the same thing goes if you got a business. If you got somebody who got a business and they got 2 or 3 businesses, if you hang around them, 9 times out of 10, you probably gonna start working one of the businesses. You're gonna learn the business, and when you learn the business, you're gonna get your own business. So if you continue to hang around people who got more businesses, then you're gonna learn how to do more businesses. You see what I'm saying? More of the story is, man, just stop hanging around people who don't have nothing to offer for themselves. You see what I'm saying? Hang around people who can inspire you, dog. And if you got friends who ain't inspiring you, and inspiration doesn't always come from what they do. Inspiration could come from them just saying, hey, Parlay, man, hey, you ain't no podcast this week, bro. I ain't seen no post today, bro. What you doing, bro? Hey, Parlay, man, hey, man, you got to do this, you got to do that. Hey, Parlay, man, hey, I ain't seen you post nothing. Hey, Parlay, I want to hear some music. That's inspirational. You know what I'm saying? People who gonna pour into you and push into you. Everybody don't got money. Everybody don't got time. Some people just got words. Some people just got support. Support can be somebody on your Instagram page that every time you make a post, they reposting whatever you post, or they just giving a comment. I got people I don't even know. They comment on everything that I got. You know what I'm saying? So me as a person, them the people that I hit. Hey, boy, I got a podcast. I'm doing a live show. I want you to pull up, dog. You always support me. Them the people you want to build with, and that energy gonna continue to grow. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, my next guest is somebody who do everything I just motherfucking said, who do everything I just explained. You talking about character, you talking about business, you talking about good person, you talking about... It's hard to meet a person that every time you ask to speak his name to somebody, they speak highly of him. That shit is very rare in 2023. You know what I'm saying? This is a person who really done that. And on side of that, this nigga know every fucking body. And everybody fuck with him. And that's really rare. And it's a person that ever since I met him, we have been building the same fucking way. I'd like to give a shout out to my next guest, Coy Parks.
So,
With the Partments! Yes!
Long overdue.
Yes, dog.
Long overdue,
yes.
Man. I appreciate that illustrious introduction, man. That's love, bro. I'm learning how to accept what say the love, you know what I'm saying, the outpouring of support and everything. That's been a thing for me. Like, you know, being a black man and being able to show that love to each other, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm used to being able to say, nah, you know, try to send it right back, but you gotta accept it, man. So I appreciate that, bro.
No, shit. I think for one, I'm an alpha. I think I'm an alpha. I know I'm an alpha.
I was about to say, you know, I ain't no thing.
I'm definitely an alpha. I'm definitely an alpha.
Man, you ain't no thinking to that.
But understanding how to become more manly. And manly is not, when I say that, I'm not speaking on masculine.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on self. And all the times I've been around you, just hearing you speak, hearing you say things and things that I think about, you know, I might want to try that shit, but hey, I ain't try that shit, man. I ain't gonna do it like that. I always hear you come and be like, yeah, I done did this right here. And I be asking you questions. You don't really be understanding questions I be asking you a lot of times. And I just be trying to figure shit out myself, like, but you be saying stuff and I just be like, damn, you can do that shit, like.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can think different, like. You can be different, like. And I think that me being around street niggas all the time and so much in my life, and then being around rappers so much in my life, I don't see anything different. I don't hear anything different. I don't see nothing different. It's the same shit I've been seeing. You see what I'm saying? And me having the experience that I have.
It is different, though.
But the reason I say that is because I really don't learn anything new for me to be even more manly. You see what I'm saying? Like, one time we was together, you like, I think we was at a school speaking, and you was like, I do counseling.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I sit down and I talk, and they would ask me, I was like, shit, I don't, you know.
My butt said.
I
did. What you
said, why I'm gonna talk to somebody who don't understand my lifestyle?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard. And then you was like, no, bro, talking, and you explained it to me, and it opened up another thing in me to be like, Parlay, you can seek help in different places and different things to help you become even more greater on the stuff you have built already. Yeah. And to me, in my mindset, especially where I'm from, don't nobody do that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what, bro? I mean, it's my first year on with Huncho Elite, and we coach. And I think when you start to understand that everybody need a coach or a mentor throughout life, and you start to put your ego to the side and say, I ain't got to figure it all out. Somebody done been through it, somebody done walked through it. Like, why we got to try to figure it out the hard way? It's like, life has shown me that in perspective. I'm just a perspective person, bro. I can disagree with a person and sit there and talk with them all day, and actually sit there and be like, damn, I understand how you can see it that way. I'm like that, bro, because like I tell people, sitting in a football stadium, sitting in a performance stadium, according to where you sitting in that stadium, bro, that might be a bad show to somebody else. It might be a good show, but it's all dependent upon your seat. So your perspective in life really mold how you see things, like opportunities, how things come about, adversity, all that kind of stuff, bro. And I think that's what I love about the game that we coach. It show you true. It can show you how a person gonna react to stuff in life just by how a person react off of a game. Yes, like we sit there with them kids. You can tell. So like I call football the game of life.
I think me personally, I think football is more of a game of life than any other sport.
I mean, that's my background.
To me, you know what I'm saying?
That's my background. But I mean, cause like I take football and I tell when I talk to people about it, it's like it's 11 different people, but 11 people doing what you supposed to do, all for one collective goal for the team. The cornerback got to worry about the cornerback. Cornerback can't be worried about what the DN doing. The cornerback can't go do what the DN do. Mm-hmm. The running back can't go do what the quarterback do. The center can't do, like, it's all 11 different parts working together. It's like a car. It's like an engine. You take that spark plug out, that motherfucker is going to run bad.
Over with. I'll tell you.
You know what I'm saying? And football the same as that way. You remove one piece, it mess up what somebody else doing. And that's what the game really taught me as I moved along, is to focus on my position. I can know what everybody else doing. I can learn what everybody else doing. But let me focus on doing my job. Because when I do my job right, that's when the D lineman get a sack. When I do what I'm supposed to do, when the D lineman do what he's supposed to do, and he get back there, I get an interception. Mm-hmm. It's like, do what I'm supposed to do so that somebody else can shine. So that's what has helped me to understand life, and just like I can even tell when people haven't been on a team, because they mind how they process stuff, how they think about it. Or I can tell, like you said, when the cat was on the team, he might have been the prima donna, or it might have been about him. Because all that kind of stuff, I feel like it show, you know, in life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So that's just one of the things that the game has really taught me and brought me into perspective in this part of my life. So that's my thing, is just perspective, bro. Like, I can actually see, like you said, sit there with somebody. Like, man, I can see how you see. You can be dead wrong. Like, I can see how you can see it that way.
I see how you.
You know what I'm
saying?
Agree with it. I don't agree with it.
I see,
but I can see it. You know what I'm saying? And I used to say it first.
Now let me tell you this. I did a decent intro, all right, but I really could have did better. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some big shit that I left out. I was just speaking on you as a person.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I can say you have reached heights that almost every kid that I'm around want to do.
Yeah.
You have experienced things throughout this success that almost everybody is gonna everybody's gonna go through. All right, you have experienced things in the middle. Everybody gonna go through. You have experienced things in the middle of all that also that kids from where we come from are gonna trip and fuck up on.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? And you still here with a passion to be able to teach everybody, not just kids, teach everybody through your trials and tribulations. And I think that is the most astonishing part about you, because a lot of people done been through a lot and learned a lot of shit, but they don't get game back. They don't tell people. They process is not to make other people better. I'm just going, it ain't got nothing to do with me. You, every time you're around somebody, you're always teaching or showing somebody something that you learn, or something that you know, or a different way, like you said, a different perspective, how to see things. And the reason I say that, because we'll be in practice, and every time we talk, it's always an example with anything that we say.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even when, and a lot of times too, well, I'm gonna come and do this. Me and Cord, okay, last year was my first time talking to Cord, last year.
Yeah.
And I linked up with Cord because Cord played in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Had a great professional career. And my cousin, too, I was telling him, hey man, I need some more coaches. I need some people. I'm trying to make it bigger. He's like, man, I got some people, you know what I'm saying, who I went to school, who I know. Yeah. They doing this, they in the entertainment business. Y'all will be great together. Hey, Cole, I need to come out this year, man. He's like, man, I'm gonna come out. I got some things going on. I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was like, hey, cool. But you know, type me, I'm the type of person, I'm just get to it. So got to it last year. This year came around, I was like, Corey got to be out here. I got to have him. So I talked to Corey, and before this time that I was telling Corey I need to come out there, a lot happened in between that time. For me talking to Corey, next thing you know, I forget what it was. We at the event. Corey's at the event.
Hey, what event was that?
I don't remember. It had them been. That shit happened about 5 times back to back.
It did. Nah, it did.
You know what I'm saying? And
it was Christian Wide.
Matter of fact, yes, it was. When we met their ass too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It was
Chris. It was Chris. Yeah, sure was. Trying to get Chris elected.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some community shit.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I was supposed to be at the other event on the west side when y'all sat down to get everything squashed out.
For sure.
But I didn't make it because I was supposed to be with Shibi that day.
Show damn was.
So it's a couple synchronicities in there where like either people that we connected to all around.
And this is different. This is a whole different connection from the initial call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
A whole different connection from the initial call. So yeah, that's exactly what it was. It was Christian Wise, our good brother Christian Wise.
Our good brother Christian Wise. Then it was a school event.
Yeah.
Then it was another school event.
Yeah.
Then it was another school event. Then next thing you know, we in New York at a school event.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole time, Cord is on the panel. So we all us on the panel, we speaking every time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, damn. And I'm very spiritual. So when stuff happen enough times around me, it's alarming to me. And when the alarm rings, I got to sit down and be like, hey, what's going on? Like, what's the purpose for this? You know what I'm saying? Anytime I feel like God brings people past my face consistently and makes me identify them, we have a purpose.
Yeah. And
I always feel like that. And it kept hitting me, and I was like, hey, Corey, you got to come out here and coach. And Corey was like, you know, I'm going through a few things right now. Like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. You know what I'm saying? And me, I was just like, what the fuck you going through? I'm one of the people, I'm going to ask a question. I don't give a damn, I'm going to ask a question. And we kind of talked about it, and I was like, bro, this is going to help it, bro. Like, yeah. This is what, that emptiness that you're feeling, that you're trying to chill and figure things out, this is going to fill it and replace it with energy to push everything else. You know what I'm saying? He was like, you know what? Right. And we was just talking, and other than us being around each other all the times, other than both of us having the passion for football, love coaching and training, we had so many other similarities mentally.
Yeah.
And every time we talked, it was just a vibrant conversation. Every time. And I was just like, we got a bigger purpose, dog.
Yeah.
We got a bigger purpose, dog. You know what I'm saying? Came on this year, finally got Court to come out there, help me coach. You know what I'm saying? And it's been great. And I think that our friendship and bond that we've created since then is going to be lifelong. You know what I'm saying? Sure. It's going to be lifelong.
100%.
Let's do this. For everybody who don't know you, for people who know of you, so for people who may not know you, let's tell everybody where you from, where you grew up at.
Shit, I'm Corey Parks, born and raised in Atlanta. Went to Brownsmill Elementary over in Lithonia. Went to Chapel Hill Middle School. From Chapel Hill Middle School, I went to Stone Mountain High School. Graduated, ran track, played football over there. But I always said my roots is in Edgewood. That's where everybody went to. When you came home from the hospital, that's where you went. You went 97 Mortimer Street. I went to preschool at Shelton Arms, right there on the corner of Moreland. Like that's my foundation, that's my roots. And from that was blessed enough to get the opportunity to go to Northeastern University and get a full scholarship to play football and run track there. So I ran hurdles, played that. Really skated through high school, bro. I skated through high school because I had me a little system. I went to class, did my work in class, so I could go home. So I could go to practice, boom, go home, social life. You know what I'm saying? We ain't have social media and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? At least I'm gonna get home and get on that phone.
Yeah.
Or, do whatever. So, I get the opportunity to go up there. And my really first patch of adversity hit when I first got to college. That's the first time I ever failed. So I get to college. Like I said, I get a full ride. And instead of me going to general studies that first year, I talked with my folks. I'm like, well, I already know what I want to do. I want to do mechanical engineering. That was the first lesson out the gate. And that was just due to the fact that anybody who know when it come to football, I think we was like the first generation of student athletes where you actually had to have it wasn't no more just like.
Well, no more. This nigga good.
Yeah,
you should have got there. Come on.
Nah, I feel like our generation was that first generation of, you gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? We gonna get you in, but you gonna have to study. You gonna have to do something. And I never forget, that's when I started learning the business of sports. Really then, you know what I'm saying? Most people, you get a full athletic scholarship. Most people thinking you sick. And it's nah, you really on a 1-year deal every year. It's just that deal getting renewed every year. I was on academic probation my whole time I was in school. Both of my parents lost their jobs as soon as I got to school. And I was in the middle class. Both my mom had a good job. She was working at Wood Camera right here off 14th Street. She was the manager. My dad was working for the post office, and he got real sick right around this time. They didn't let me know until probably midway through. I was about to come back home for Thanksgiving break. And that, like I said, that patch then was my first bit. Damn, okay,
This is real life.
This is real life. Coming from Atlanta, going to Boston, it's just me. I had family in New York on my dad's side, but really just getting up there to Boston was just shell shock. It's not the city. It's
way
not
different.
the city. It's not like Black Mecca. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, I'm talking about, I remember being up
It's
there.
Boston.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's big. But it's just different too because, down here, if somebody asks you, what are you? You know what I'm saying? I'm Black. But up north, when they ask you, what are you? It's Jamaican. You African. You Bayesian. You know what I'm saying? You Haitian. I ain't, bro. I'm from Atlanta.
Nigga.
I'm a nigga. And they be like, no, you got to know. And that's when I started this something. You know what I'm saying? It's something totally different. That's when I started learning about the culture. That's when I started going to the carnival parades and seeing it's a whole nother palette of people out here that, like you said, outside of just seeing the Jamaican flag, but really seeing people everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Boston introduced me to that. And people always be like, well, I didn't experience no racism in Boston like that. I didn't, because I'm gonna find the hood wherever I go. It's a gift and a curse. I'm gonna find the hood wherever I go. I was in Dorchester. I was in Mattapan. My recruit, they put me with my recruit person, which was from Atlanta. As soon as he get there, I'm gonna take you here. You take you there. You know what I'm saying? He took me to all the spots, and I fell in love with it then. This one I'm coming to school at. And like I said, face my adversity and stuff while I was in school. My coach that recruited me, I really didn't, and that's why I be trying to tell the boys now, the recruiting process dating. Everybody gonna put they representative on for you. But 9 times out of 10, when you get to campus, you ain't gonna like the coach. You ain't gonna like who it was, because he come in your house to move you over to win. His job is to get you there. Once you get there, boy, you in. And that's one of my experiences. I started kind of had just let me just finish school. I'm gonna play. I started as a freshman. Actually, no. I came in, I battled for a spot. They had another dude who they wanted to win the spot. But even when I was in park ball, it was like that. You put somebody in front of me, you tell me I can't do something, It's
gonna spark me.
It's gonna spark me even more. So each situation I walked into, that's what it was. This y'all do. I'm finna show you that. It's gonna be me. And that's what it was. Each situation I came in, boom, come in. I starting as a freshman. Win the spot. It was a senior in front of me. Boom, he get hurt. I get slid in there. Not getting this spot back.
It's over with, buddy.
It's over with. Not getting the spot back. Boom, they move me around. I play. I become a returner. Playing, just doing my thing. And I kind of had, like I said, just accepted like football for what it was, because Northeastern's program was straight, but it wasn't like that. Like, we played some big name schools, we were getting our asses whooped. And it wasn't because of we didn't have the good players. It was coaching, it was systems, it was the schematics, it was all that. And I remember I did a workout for a scout for the Rams in my junior year. And I just was like, he came, I ran my 40, and we had a tight end at the time, Brian Mandeville, who was like number 4 tight end in the nation at the time. And I'm like, well, shit, they asking for us to work out. We both do our workout. I ain't think nothing else about it, bro. I came back home after my senior year. I was working at Delta Airlines, doing my little co-op. It's like an internship. And I remember my mom, she hit me. She like, one day, she just randomly hit me. She like, you been working out? You been training? I got a feeling you might get a call. I'm like,
Them mama intuition be a motherfucker, boy.
She like, I got a feeling you gonna get a call. I'm like, been working out, I ain't. She like, yeah, well, I think you need to be. It's over with. I'm finna go and get me a job. Go back up here, finish this degree. Come on back here. I see what Atlanta got to offer in the engineering department. I'm home. The draft. I'm watching the draft. I'm watching people I done dominated, bro, get drafted. I'm like, bro, what is going on?
Ain't shit like that.
I'm sitting there watching it. I remember we get to the last day. We at my uncle's house for a cookout. We sitting there watching it. Damn, I ain't get drafted. I'm like, I'm tired of watching this shit. I'm finna go to, it was East Atlanta Day. Gucci was having some aggression. I'm finna go up there. I pull up there. I'm on a 4-wheeler riding around. Get back to the car. I see it's a 314 number. Missed call. Hey, this is such and such from the St. Louis Rams. It was like 15 minutes after the draft over with. Such and such from the St. Louis Rams. I told you if you were still available, I'm gonna bring you in. I had to pull the call, bro. Heart started beating fast. I'm like, only thing I hear in my head is my mama. You better been working out.
And I bet all that shit run through your head like, God damn.
Yeah,
I ain't been doing shit either.
The bare minimum. I've been doing something, but it's been the bare minimum. So I'm like, I called my mom. I'm like, hey, the Rams just called. They finna offer me a contract. I'm signing a bonus $1,000. They finna fly me out next week. But I get to my mama's house and sit. Bro, it was like a movie. I slid down the wall like, bro, what is going on? Like, and I did. At that point, I'm like, oh boy, I don't think I'm ready for this. But I worked out every day.
Till the time to go.
Till it was time to go.
How many days that was?
It was 7.
7.
And I remember, let me tell you how God worked, bro. This particular year, it was a new head coach. So whenever a new head coach come in, they usually bring the whole team in for the first mini camp. I didn't know this. I get there, it's the whole team now. So that means I ain't finna get that many reps. But the reps that I got, I'm ball to the wall.
What you talking about?
I'm ball to the
What you
wall.
talking about?
They brought in me and Bradley Fletcher. He was another corner. We was the only 2 rookies that year. And the following year I came back, so I ended up making the team on the practice squad majority of the year, and then I get moved from DB to wide receiver. And then I get activated later on in the season. And I remember Coach Art Valero, he was like, son, you can play in this league. I was a small dude too. He was like, you can play in this league. I was like, fast. He was like, if the Rams ever cut you, I got a job. He was like, he said, give me a call first. And like I said, I finished out the season, get on the active roster. Then next year they come back, they draft like 3 dudes. And I get that call probably like right after lunch. And Grim Reaper called me, hey, gotta bring that playbook. Come on back. Turn that playbook in, you getting cut. So that's the
Straight like that.
Yeah. Come on back. Come on. I had just left the facility. And we call him the Grim Reaper because you know who the cut man is.
So when he give your ass a call, you already know.
Or if you come to the facility and he's standing by before you get into that locker room, somebody finna get cut that day.
Damn, I should hope he don't stop me.
Just don't stop me. And that's how it used to be, bro. Like, you'll see him standing there and you know the cats that know that they straight.
Yeah.
Cause them niggas just walk, but on the bubble cat, boy, you be tiptoeing, boy. You going there, them niggas be eating lunch, you eating breakfast. They looking like, boy, I hope he don't come in there and tap that shoulder. But yeah, it's just so happened that day, they let me got back to the house. Boom, I came. First coach I called, Coach Art Valero. So yeah, long story short, I ended up bouncing around the league a little bit. I went from St. Louis to Seattle. I get to Seattle. This is the first year Pete Carroll there. We probably had about 212 transactions. That means 212 people came in for a try, went in. So I was in there for 4 weeks, on and off. They'll bring me up, then cut me. Bring me up, then cut me. Then one time I get an opportunity to go to New England. My agent like, I think this give me a little leverage to keep you, go back to Seattle one more time. My gut told me, boy, get on that plane, go to New England. Cause the word around the league was shit. If you get a shot, if you on New England practice squad, bro, you gonna get a shot somewhere. Cause Belichick prepare everybody like they about to play, even the practice squad. Everybody get prepared like they finna play. Some of the other teams I know, like if you on the practice squad, you really just you
there.
But they not prepping you like
you was finna get in the
this
game.
nigga get hurt, you playing, you next.
Belichick had that shit like, nah, nigga.
But you can tell that by. I don't want to say it's a team of no names, but it's no big name guys on that team, but you gonna perform. Like, you gonna perform. And my agent, he like, nah, I think you should go back to Seattle. He called Pete Carroll and he like, hey, New England's interested in picking up Cord. You sure y'all want to let him go? Bro, I go back. Folk kept me till Wednesday at 12 p.m. Soon we come out of practice field. And Mr. Parker, we got to bring in an offensive lineman. We balanced out on the defensive side. You got to go. You know I'm pissed. I'm like, bro.
Damn, I know I should listen to my motherfucking mind.
My mind. You know what I'm saying? But not knowing, you kind of just going with the flow. You don't really know at the time. It's just like being in the industry. You don't know the things to ask and to really stand on until you start understanding the business of the game. So I come back home for a few weeks. That's when I signed to go to Minnesota. So I ended up being on Minnesota team for the rest of the year and the following year. I had, great time there. And then, my last NFL team was New Orleans 2012. Made 12 bands that year.
God damn, man, Pete Carroll. Fuck Pete Carroll, man. For 2 reasons. You don't cut my boy from the Legion of Boom.
That was before the Legion of Boom.
So it was on the way.
That was on the way. Cam Chancellor was there and Earl Thomas was there. Rich and Maxwell hadn't got that year. Richard Sherman hadn't got that year, or Maxwell had got that year. Yeah, so, but we had, like I said, we had so many transactions that year. That was Pete Carroll first year, so he was trying to find, whenever a new coach gets somewhere, they trying to find their guys. They finna bring in their guys. Whoever was there from the old regime, you finna be gone.
So I'm gonna ask you this, play devil advocate for people watching, especially for I got some kids watching. How often are you competing for your job?
You on a job interview every day, every single day. Matter of fact, I was telling the boy that a couple weeks ago. In Minnesota, our practice field, our indoor facility, because really, in Minnesota, once you get to probably about October-ish, oh boy, it's snow on the ground every day. So we was in our indoor facility from that time till playoffs. So they have a like on with a practice facility that you got a box, and the box is 2 boxes. You got the president, the general manager box where they come and they watch practice, and it's another box where you can come and watch practice where you eating. You know what I'm saying? To somebody, bro. Every Tuesday, every team, every Tuesday in the NFL is an off day. It's an off day for players, but that's the day that the young bucks or whoever is a free agent coming in for their workout. So you'll be seeing cats coming in, they eating, they getting their gear, they about to go try out. They finna run their 40, they finna do whatever position might be, you know, on the bubble or whatever it is for that week. If and see, a lot of people don't understand that too. Is like, let's just say we got 9 DBs and we get low at old tackle. Some of them DBs finna go, cause we gotta bring in some old tackle just in case. Like, it's a system, bro. So when cats be like, "Oh man, it's a gym," but it's not an easy job. Like managing the team, cause you gotta balance the roster. And 9 times out of 10, if you got an offensive head coach, you gonna carry more offensive players. If you got a defensive mind head coach, you're gonna have more defensive players on the roster. You know what I'm saying? And at that time, it's a 53-man roster that dress out for the game. Out of that 53, only 8 don't dress, so they still gonna get paid for the game, the full, and then the other 8 is on the practice squad. So you on a job interview every single day unless you that guy. You on a job interview every day, bro.
Y'all better get to working, boy. You better get to working. Tell you that now. You better get to working. You're hearing it right now, every day.
Every day.
Every day. Every day. Every day. What's the last team you ended up playing for in the league?
My last team in the NFL was the New Orleans Saints, right after Bounty Gate, right after everything.
How was that? How was that going there after Bounty Gate,
bro? Everything was on pins and needles. I just remember getting there and seeing like how Drew Brees was as a leader. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had been on the team with Brett Favre, seen what his leadership was like, seeing that he was a dog, and I learned a lot from Brett. Just as a quarterback in general, and some of the things, because you got to think about it, as a practice squad dude, I'm doing this dude every day. You know what I'm saying? So I was that person. I'm gonna ask questions. Hey, why you do this? Why you did that? Or, you knew I was finna jump that. Why you did that? Like, and Brett was that kind of quarterback too. He'll throw something at you and be like, "See, I knew I was gonna get you." Well, how you knew? Yeah, because you do this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? He was that kind of. And Drew Brees was the same as that way. They technicians, the way they break the game down. And I just remember getting there that first day, bro. I drove from Atlanta the day of report day, and I thought it was like any other team. I'm like, we'll get down here. They're just gonna do a little meeting on the first day. Oh nah, boy. Fresh out the car. Hey, we got 10 half gases on the minute. I'm like, what? I just got here. Oh nah, we get straight to it here. Get straight to it. Now 10 half gases at that time was a lot of other teams. That was their conditioning test for when you came back. I'm like, and Drew get out there and do all of them. I'm like, okay, I see what time it is. Like, yo, the reflection of the leadership was shown, and you know, Sean Payton went there at the time, so it was just a little bit different. But from a standpoint of, damn, if my quarterback putting in any kind of work, then I got to come with it. And from that point, I stayed there that whole entire I stayed there. I ain't even come home that off season. I stayed there in New Orleans. Worked out with it, just worked out there to get used to that heat, to get used to that shit was like a sauna. That motherfucker hot.
Different type of heat.
That swamp heat, something else. And just really, like you said, exposing myself to the elements, and then, like I said, I made it. I probably got 3 weeks. 3 weeks in the training camp, had some good games, they cut me. Went home for a day, brought me back. You know what I'm saying? Played the last preseason game, they cut me. And then, shit, was at the drawing board for real, because that was my roughest year financially as a ball player, for real. My roughest year, hands down.
If you in a position that you in, you're not no top tier guy. How is the living situation and the fun situation? Is it way more delicate So I'm trying to understand for the people who watching.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because people think that everybody in the league playing the league. You just got to check. Everybody just think that.
Absolutely that's the mindset, and I think that's coming from Atlanta, being exposed to certain stuff early, cars, jewelry, certain stuff. You can get caught in the wash if you trying to keep up with so and so who just signed for 20 M, so and so who on his second, third contract. Like, and that's my biggest thing. My biggest lesson in it all was shit. You can't lifestyle creep. You making 100. You not finna compete with Joe Blow making 2 M's in his third, fourth year. You're not finna do that. But a lot of us don't have that skill set or that mindset. We come in, we see certain stuff. It's like you said, it's like the street. You think you making this type of money, but you getting taxed at 30%, just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? You got to pay your agent 3%. Then each city that you play in, you got to pay that state tax.
Taxes, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you 50% taxed already. You ain't factoring that in. Then you only getting paid during the season. So from August to December, you're blessed if you make it to the playoffs. You're gonna get paid during the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta. Most of us make our mistake during that first offseason because you don't realize how long
the offseason
January to August is. You come back home first thing you done ran through a whole check. January
and February.
Hey, I can't. Man, we need to get back. I seen it. I witnessed it. My first year, I think I made 150 on the practice squad and being on the active roster. My second year, I made 65. My third year, I think I made 40. My last year, I made 12. Ask me how I know, because I just pulled my tax documents the other day and I was looking like, dang, this how much I made that first year. This how much I made that second year. But everybody Googling at the crib saying, oh, you made 400. Oh, you know you didn't. No. Not happening.
Yeah, you don't know what I got to come out that money, boy.
No. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's where that disconnect started happening. Like you said, you start lifestyle creeping. You start, I made this, I can go and get this car. I made this, I can go and do this. And it's like, nah.
What kind of car you want to got?
My first year, I went about a 650.
650, cool.
Yes, sir. Hard top. We couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna go get it either. When I got it, pew. Immediately. As soon as I got back home.
650, cool. What else you bought? That was really my biggest major purchase was my car. The house I was living in was paid for, so that was straight. I was still staying in Decatur. You know what I'm saying? I was still right out Line Street. And for those who know, they know Line Street.
Line Street.
For sure that.
Right there on Line Street.
Sure
I did that, you know, and I worked out every day.
What was your next transition after that?
I went up to the CFL. I went up to Canada. Played in BC. Was an all-star. Went up there and transitioned straight in. Led the league in interceptions. Had a ton of fun playing in the CFL because it's less money, less stress. Played in BC for 3 years, and then went to Edmonton and finished my career in Edmonton. And came back home and was boo-boo the fool, trying to figure it out from that point on. Like that first year, came back home and was like, what am I been to do?
Saying that right there, I know when you came home, I know throughout that period, you kind of found yourself, put yourself in a few situations that was unfortunate. And I know we talk a lot to these kids about the transition from coming from what you're doing and coming back to the real world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How tough is that transition, and explain the way you dealt with in your transgressions and things that you went through during that transition.
So the transition part is the most difficult part because I've been playing football since I was 5. I'm 31 when I finished playing. So I done played professionally from the age of 22 to 31. My identity, who I was, had became, oh, that's cool though. Nigga that play ball. And as much as I tried to keep it separated, it became that because I tried to invest in different things. I tried to do a clothing company. I tried to do all these things, but when in the process of doing those things, I play. So in the midst of me trying to, I gotta get some money, I gotta focus on this, I gotta live, I gotta do this. Now my play doing this. And I never forget my mentor. I sat down with him and I was like, I had to get a loan from that 2012 year. And he was like, you're not having the success you want because you're not keeping the main thing the main thing. I was like, all right, bet. 2012, I come back home from New Orleans. 2013, I locked in. I'm talking about if it wasn't me going to the gym, coming back home, I wasn't doing it. I let everything, I let my house go, I let my car go, I let anything that was a distraction. Wow, I let it go, bro. My mom was so mad, bro. She was like, you smarter than this, you just go back and get a job. She was mad because I had just got that tunnel vision, bro. But when it came down to it, I signed my CFL contract the day my daddy died. Like, I got the call. My daddy body's still right there. I got the call probably like 5 minutes after he passed. Hey, we gonna bring you up to play. I'm like, all right, boom. I go. And like I said, I had laser focus then. You know what I'm saying? And through that time, now I'm back in love with it again. I'm back in that grind, and now I'm really submerged in it. And my identity, like, it's an identity crisis you go through. It's like so many things are done for you while you playing. As soon as you stop playing,
all that shit drop. Fall out the bottom.
It dropped. Your value is based upon what you provide on the field. The guys who do it best, like my homeboy Manny Arsenal, I just had him on the other day. It's like the guys who start to understand how to network, how to build while you playing. The guys who know to go to the team events. You know what I'm saying? I was just one of them cats. I'm finna come and do my job, take care of my body. I'm going home. I don't want nothing to deal with nobody else after that. You know what I'm saying? And I started to pay attention. Like, oh, okay, you got to play the game a little bit.
Politics.
You got to politic. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show interest in some. You gotta. My boy would go speak to everybody, everywhere. You know what I'm saying? He knew the folks that did payroll. He knew everything. And they starting, no, okay, I need to go out here. I need to start rubbing these elbows. But when I get back home, because you made it to that elite status, and I'm sure you understanding this. Oh, that lady, he don't need no help. He straight.
Yeah, shouldn't be.
He straight. They cool though. You done played in the league. Oh, you done, like you said, they Googling, they seeing this. And bro, I legit got back home and I'm like, bro, I need help. I'm kind of lost right now. I'm trying to start this training company. Trying to do this. Dump back in the city. I done been exposed to street stuff. I done seen different stuff. And as much as, like you say, I be around it, I see it. I'm so observant. You know what I'm saying? I know how to do something, stay out of the way. It's a gift and a damn curse.
It's a gift and a curse, bro.
You know what I'm saying? And being dumped back into an environment where you just like, everybody think you know the direction that you want to go in and you trying to build your relationship, all these different things can become a thing where it's like, all right, what I'm about to do? You know, that one conversation, that one thing can put you in the mindset of making a decision or something that you really want to do out of straight desperation. Like pure desperation. And that's where it put me in a situation like that, making a decision or something that was pure desperation at the time. That I look back and I'm like, you couldn't have told me that I would have made a decision to do what I did to put myself in a situation where I'm like, you couldn't have. I would have been like, boy, get out of here. Ain't no way I'm doing it. But
in the moment though,
mindset.
Yeah.
But like you said, in the moment, they say sometimes desperation will lead you to make decisions that's completely out of character for yourself. And I pride myself on being a character person where somebody like, damn, nah, bro wouldn't do that. I pride myself on that, but also too that come from me learning more about myself and understanding too that I was a perfectionist. And that part of me growing and that part of me learning that about myself is like, that shit ain't realistic either. You gonna make mistakes. It's how you bounce back from it. That's the game.
Nah, for sure that. Doing all this shit, I know talking to the kids, you know what I'm saying, through a few decisions that you said you had to make, end up catching up with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you gotta go sit down for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Tell me how this situation has made you see things through a different lens and made you understand things, or maybe some things that you didn't know about what was going on around you that made you say, oh man, now I see something different now, or I see a different way to do something now.
I think it just really it brought the perspective of, like you said, that good that mindset that you already know, you be knowing. And it's always been something that I've always said is like the power of one. The power of one decision can lead you to living this lifestyle. It can lead you to death. It can lead you to being wealthy. It can, like, the power of one. And that's something that is like getting in that car that one time. You know what I'm saying? That one phone call. Yep. All it takes is one. All it took is one phone call for the Rams to call me, and boom. That was my life. So it's just like the power of one. How, and like you said, your body tell, like, it's a study that show your body even tell you when you not doing something that's aligned with you. But a lot of the time we'll go against it. We'll go against what we feel, what we know in our human nature. That'd be like, trying to do this for that. Like you said, that paper. Hey, you said that paper. I've been making that kind of money. And yes. It'll put you, and like you said, it done taught me, like, what it really taught me was, bro, it really taught me that no matter what, and it's funny because my buddy Terry, he was like, hey, he said, don't you realize, bro, God done always made a way, even when you ain't even in syncing in tune the way you need to be. Like, he done maneuvered and made stuff happen for you when you right on that edge or something. Like, bro, and then boom, a blessing come. He just want to see if you gonna stay down, if you gonna do what you supposed to do, if you gonna keep chopping at the wood. I always see that image of the dude in the well chopping, and then he look back at his buddy and he see his buddy get the diamond, and he run over to that side and start chopping on that side. But didn't even know it was a way bigger diamond
on your side.
All you had to do was just keep on.
She keep chopping.
And God done always shown me that. Always shown me that. And another thing this taught me too was, which was, I told God, give me the keys. I got this, bro. I got this. Give me the keys, bro. Get up, scoot over. I'm finna take this. And he won't. When he got you covered, he won't even let you crash all the way out. He'll just let you. Oh, now you got to trust me now to get you through this, so you can see it through. So the bigger picture for me is, I know this whole experience is way bigger than me. Like, I've always had a connection with kids. When I go to the schools, talk with them, keep it real, take my experience from ball. I done really lived 3 lives, bro. Football, going into entertainment management, and that is. And what's on the other side is, I already know finna be crazy. I'm talking about finna be mind-blowing. Like, to the point where I see it. I feel back, like, how I used to dream about, I used to have dreams about, like, games coming out of the tunnel, all that kind of stuff. I just didn't know how we're gonna get there. I remember having dreams of, like, being in the Superdome. I'm like, man, I'm gonna play for the Saints. Ain't no way. I'm from Atlanta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Ain't no way I'm from Atlanta. How the hell I'm gonna play for the Saints?
And it happened. And then that time when I came out of ball, like, it was just like, I'm a zombie. it's like I don't know what direction I'm going in. And then, like I said, I started the managing. After that phase of trying to figure it out, and that was like, oh man, I'm a dot connector. Somebody call me, they can call me for some of everything, and I know who to call. And then that's when, like you said, that part of it started transitioning. And I'm like, dang, I can. The business side, I started falling in love. I always been in love. I always have had a love for the process. Process over product. I love preparation. Like seeing something, like us talking about something on a brainstorm, writing it down, or executing it, seeing the final product. Bro, I love that. And I'm pretty, like, the experience of, like, going from talking about a tour, boom, okay, we finna negotiate the numbers, boom, and we performing it. That's the final product. But it's the practicing, it's the
preparation for it, everything they lead up to it.
And that's what people don't get to see. They don't get to see that from the artistry side. They definitely don't. I think that you see it now with, like, when people get to see Hard Knocks and stuff like that. But to really know what preparation go into anything, like even setting up for a podcast, like, people get to see the finished product, and people fall in love with the finished product, but they don't necessarily. The people who do this at a high level, I feel like at anything they fall in love with the process.
I think so too.
Like the process.
You can't have the process without it. You can't have the final piece without the process. It's impossible. It's just like you can't shoot a video without thinking about how the video get shot first.
Right, the treatment.
You know what I'm saying? And seeing the video treatment and writing it down and then shooting it and seeing the motherfucker, it's like, we just put that bitch together. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Nah, for sure that.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's something that I done, like I said, I done really embraced it. It's like, bro, you just gotta fall in love with the process.
How did you fall into the entertainment management? Because I know you work with Daisy. Yeah. I know you work with goddamn Funny Marco now. You know what I'm saying? Chevy, Princess, like the people that you work with in this influencer space is crazy. Like, these is not just no regular people that people run into. Yeah. And it's not a lot of time that one person get a chance to meet that many people who do that many great things. It's usually you run into one person who do some great stuff and then you try to roll off that. Like, what do you think it is about you or the energy that, how did you get into doing that and to management like that?
How I actually started managing Desi was on a humbug. We trained together, just working out. Me and Desi always had like that DB receiver mentality. We go to the gym together, we gonna compete, we working out together. Nigga, that's what it was. And I remember he had a show in New Orleans, and I had told him, I was like, shit, I think I'm gonna drive down. No, he had a show here. I went to the show. And I'm always, my engineer mind, bro, I'm always like, when somebody, I'm all like, damn, what you can do better? Okay, you can do this better, you can do that. So he came back to the gym after the show. It was at Atlanta Comedy Theater. He was like, bro, how you think I did? And I just started running off. So, hey, bro, you can do this, you can do that. Bro, I feel like you do this, da, da, da. He was like, damn. So then, boom, he was like, I got a show in New Orleans in a couple weeks. I was like, shit, I'm gonna drive down. I got some folks down there. I'm like, New Orleans City. I drive down. He flew down, and get down there. Stayed in the same room. We went to one show. He did the show. It was in New Orleans, and I remember I was like, "Hey, bro, they got you straight. They got you paid." I'm just doing. I don't know that I'm doing it, but I'm doing it. We
being assertive, dog.
Yeah, I'm just like
You thinking about it? Oh no, dog. We ain't got no Kool-Aid, got no ice in them motherfucker.
Yeah,
y'all got y'all grilling, but ain't nobody no hot dog buns,
yeah,
the ketchup. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Yeah. So we leave from there. We drive to like somewhere between Baton Rouge and New Orleans. We drive to a little country, little city in Louisiana. We do another one. We get on back to New Orleans. I'm like, bro, I'm gonna ride back with you. I ain't gonna even fly back here. I'm gonna ride back with you. Back. We get on the road. Here go my engineer man. I'm like, I think he had at the time, he had like 200K, maybe 300K followers. And at the time, that was a lot. Like, that was a lot then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I run, I'm like, hey, bro, ain't no brands in you up? He like, nah, it's a couple things. People reaching out, da-da-da. I'm like, hey, bro, like, that's a lot of folks. Nike ain't, da-da-da. He like, nah. I'm like, all right. I get back to the city. My homegirl was the stylist for Rihanna, Future, couple. My mind. That's how my mind worked. Hey, I got a buddy. He got about 300,000 followers. Hey, I need you to get him some clothes. She like, man, I met her that night. She like, all right, I get him some stuff. She was like, but this sound like you doing some managing. I'm like, nah, I'm just, I'm looking out for my buddy. I'm like, I just want to, I feel like this something they can go, I want to do this. She like, nah, Corey, this sound like managing. I'm like, I don't want to answer no emails. I don't want to do none of that. I'm just trying to connect a dot for my boy. I get back to the crib. She like, look, I get the stuff on, but she was like, you need to look into what this is. I get back home. My sister, fiance at the time was in the music industry. He did publishing. I called him. I said, hey, man, what a manager do? Da-da-da. He gave me the rundown. I'm like, all right. The next week we get to the gym. I hit this again. I'm like, hey, bro, you sure you ain't got no, such and such? He was like, nah, bro. But if you feel like you could get it for me, go get it. I'm like, all right. I say, I know I got to do a proposal. I'm like, I just called her back. I say, look, give me 60 days. I say, if everything going up for 60 days, I'm locked in. I say, but if it don't, you can go on about your business. I'm going to just keep supporting you. And from that, it was just like I got into it and I just started reverse engineering it. I started calling people I knew who was movers and shakers and like, hey.
Not connected.
Yeah, this is what I got going on. This is what I'm working with. Hey, if anything ever come across your table, let me know. And then stuff, like you said, I started answering emails, doing all the stuff on some, as a manager, I think I'm doing. And from that, it just started, stuff started going. He was doing his thing, staying consistent. I started just paying attention to more what he was doing, becoming a student, asking questions. Like you say, being of service. I'm always in that mindset too. Like I said, I'm putting my pride as always to the side. I carry the bags, carry the cameras. I'm gonna do whatever to make sure to make sure we get to where we going. That's just always been my thing. And then from that, just started building relationships with everybody. And like I say, then me and Chevy, then it just, like you said, it was just doing business with people and keeping it. I always just wanted to do business with people the way I wanted to be treated. And from that, like I said, the reputation or the whatever it was like I just wanted to be a stand-up cat, whatever it was. Because and then part two was I just remember my experience with my agent. And I was like, bro, you weren't no dog the way I wanted you to be. I wanted somebody who was going to got you, hey, I'm going, hey.
Nah, I want one of those.
I'm one of them, like, you can do some bullshit. I'm going to ride with you. But nigga, behind closed doors, hey, bro, that was some bullshit. I'm ride with you, but, hey, bro, that's some bullshit. We can't do that, whatever the case may be. And that's what I like. I just wanted a dog, so I was like, I got to do everything in this aspect that I didn't get when I played. Because I always felt like my agent was kind of just like, you took what them folks told you. You ain't going
to work.
Yeah. I don't give a damn.
He was acting like a public defender instead of a lawyer.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't give a damn if I don't run a folk, whatever. Tell them folks I do. Let me fuck that up when I get there. But other than that, I'm the best thing since sliced bread. That's what you need to be doing. And that's always been my mindset. If I'm talking about, hey, bro, they my boy Parlay. Hey, this what we do. This how many stream we do. I'm finna come back to you. Hey, bro, I told these folks that you can do X, Y, and Z. We either got to put up or shut up. And that's been my thing.
No, that's dope. All right, shit. Hell yeah. I'm going to put up.
Either we gonna put up or not.
Yeah, I'm gonna act like.
And I'm gonna make sure. I'm gonna do everything with you to make sure we go.
We gonna motherfucker act like we. Hey, you told me we do what? Well, shit, yeah. You told me I know karate. Give me some goddamn nunchucks. Goddamn, go give me a stick.
All that.
I might can't throw these motherfuckers, but I'm gonna come on this motherfucker.
Hey man, give me the head tap. We gonna look the part.
For sure that.
So that that's just been my, and I'm a like you said, I love the process, bro. I love learning. I love asking questions. I love seeing my partners like Two and Meezy and cats who done moved.
Them some big cats too.
I'm talking about big.
Them some big cats.
You know what I'm saying? Like seeing Meezy grow through the industry where he is, like, and being able to know that you can call cats like that and get some Chad, like,
oh, big too.
Come on, man. Like cats like that who thorough, who I know.
Shout out that boy Chad, man.
Yeah,
Two and Meezy, man.
Yeah,
for
man.
Sure, man.
Like you say, thorough cats that you know one phone call away, gonna keep it real, gonna give you the real. Who ego, like said, that's another thing out of this stuff too. We know in the industry it's a lot of ego stuff. A whole lot of ego stuff, and a lot of people in the industry didn't know that I play. Like, folks used to be mad, bro, when they be like, bro, why you ain't tell me you played football? I'm like, cause I didn't want to lead with it. I want you to know
me person, yeah. I don't want you to think just he played in the league. Nah,
yeah,
man,
same thing with, like you said, I didn't want to be known as, oh, you said you did. Nah, I'm that Corey, bro. He solid cat. This is what he do. That's a bonus. That's all bonus stuff.
I think that what me and you are like it. Cause there's a lot of people who it's a lot of people who I coach don't even know I do music. I got kids. I got kids who I've been coaching since 6 years old, just finding out the past year or two that I did music.
But that I can understand that.
You know what I'm saying?
I can understand that too, cause that you don't lead with it.
Nah.
But you don't have to, cause that ain't the focus.
Thanks.
The focus is the game. You know what I'm saying? The focus is the game. That's what we there for. You know what I'm saying? Like, now when we go to schools, we gotta lead.
Yeah, we gotta lead with that because it's a little different.
And we don't necessarily have to lead with it. But my main thing too is when we go to them schools is I gotta talk to you where you at. Whatever I gotta do to get you in the car to whatever destination.
So if me telling you I played in the league, gonna get you like, play in the league?
Oh, he played?
Oh, yeah, come on, get in the league.
If me telling you I used to work with this person or that, if that's gonna get your ears to perk up, cool. If it's a pair of shoes I got on, whatever it is that I gotta do to connect, yeah, we gonna keep them
motherfuckers on. They like, hell yeah, gonna keep them bitches on.
But whatever I gotta do to connect with them, that's what I'm gonna do. If I gotta go in there and have a conversation, if I gotta go in there and say, hey bro, what music y'all listen to right now? Let me turn it on. Let me hear it. You know what I'm saying? If we gotta come in there, hey, if it's the money, whatever it is, let's get them connected, and then after that, let's let them talk. I love to hear, bro. I love when we go there and them they get the, hey, well, you, that's the part of it, because like he said, I feel like our generation is that bridge between the OGs and the younger generation, because we understand both sides. We seen CDs, we seen tapes, a little bit of A-track, VCR. We seen the beginning of the internet,
iPods,
all that. So we done seen a lot.
We done seen everything, bro.
We done seen crack.
We done seen everything.
We done seen the pill. Like, we've seen everything. So it's like we are the bridge. So I really be amped about the kids, because like you said, it's like I can't stand when these young, hey bro, you was doing something too.
I was doing something
back in the day.
I was doing the same
that if
shit.
it was caught on camera, if it was caught on this, but you'll be canceled, you'll be indicted, you'll be in whatever. So let's just call it what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think about our DVDs, niggas goddamn showing all kind of shit. Even though they had shit on their face,
well,
niggas showing all kind of shit. Got all kind of money, guns.
All of it.
Nah, for sure that.
All of it. So that's the part. And if my story, if your story, if Kadir's story, whoever story it is, gonna connect, that's what we gonna do. Like I said, we ain't doing it for, like you say, the rooms we done been in on the political side, I'd be like, bro, I'm not supposed to be in here.
Oh, I say that all the time. I still be saying that. I still say that all the time, like.
But what make you not qualified? You the voice of the streets. You connected to them. You connected to them on a different level. Like one of the things Shivy always say, bro, you cannot be too high up in the trees and forget what's going on the forward flow.
You ain't lying, bro.
You cannot be too high up in the trees and forget what's going on down there. Cause guess what? That's what's holding this up here.
Great words.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's been the lesson to being out there with the activists. Like you said, putting our ego aside, letting them Scotties run they play, letting the Chevys run they pay. Yep. You know, and we get behind them. And then like you say, when it's time for, it's just like that. It's that part that I enjoy about it. Like, man, looking around, seeing like, oh, my boy over there doing this. He going crazy over here. Oh, we got a partner over here. He going crazy over here. Everybody in their perspective lane is doing their thing. And when
got a hell of a circle now.
Yeah, when it's time to go, like, man, you know, Aristotle, the stuff that he doing in the financial literacy world.
Yeah,
like,
shout out to Aristotle, man.
Man, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Definitely shout out to Aristotle.
Solid cat. I have learned a ton from him. Like you say, the conversation that me and him have, I mean, it's just like you say, I want to be what I want to attract. And I didn't have nobody around that was giving the game. So I'm like, I don't want to die with a wealth of information.
Me neither.
Like, what good? What good do it do? What good is it for us to learn all this stuff we learn to hold it? Might just be like, man, oh, you got to go get it on your own. Nah, that ain't the purpose.
Yeah, that's why I don't like this term. The game is to be sold, not told. And I don't like that because when I was coming up, they're going to give it to you. When I was coming up, they're going to give you the game.
Yeah.
What you doing, youngin? Come here, youngin. Nah, young blood, you don't do this. Hey, you want to do this right here. And they'll even sit you down and show you how to do that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, you don't do that right here. They're going to do it like this.
Growing up, everything that I wanted to do, I was never like, my granddaddy made a joke because he said, like, as a kid, when he used to have to come up to Shelton on to pick me up, he would have to cut the grass, do the car work, do everything before I get there. Because he knew if I seen him out there doing it, I'm finna be up under the car with him. I'm finna be pushing the lawnmower with him. Bro, I just wanted to know. I was just an inquisitive kid, bro. Like, I want to know. My Uncle Jerome, everybody saying in my family, I don't like my Uncle Jerome. Like, my uncle, he'll be working on something. Hey, I'm gonna put the nail right here. You drive it in. He'll bop. I'll be coming right behind him. Bop. He'll pick me up, drop me down. Like, it was just, I had that wealth of information. My granddaddy was a tile layer. Just them, like you said, I had that interest in stuff. I love cars, all that kind of stuff. Is like, so I feel like you the same way. Got a whole bunch of different ingredients that make you who you are. Why not share this information with them, bro?
No, for sure. No.
Why not keep a young cat from, like you say, doing, or like you say, at least we know, hey, I told you this. Versus like, damn, if I just would have said this. Damn, if I would have just told him to go left. It's a fork in the road up there. Hey man, make sure when you get up there, somebody on the left side, look out for buddy on the left, keep going straight. When you get up there, make a right. After that, hey, you gonna have to navigate your way. Bro, you a trailblazer.
For sure.
And I remember when everything kind of fell apart. I told my auntie, I'm like, damn, I said, I feel like I done always had to go cut the trail down to tell folks, hey,
come on this way. We can go this way.
We can go this way. Like, for as many people that I done put on in different situations, but now I embrace that shit. Like, that's just what you here to do.
No, for sure that. Tell everybody they can follow your court.
Hey man, at CPTWO number 9. I've been trying to switch it to Coach P, bro, but they won't. I don't know. Maybe I can switch it now. But
switch it for.
I tried. My page, I don't know. It won't let me switch my name though.
So you need to keep it like that.
Yeah, CPTWO number 9.
29.
That was my last number.
What's your favorite number? If you could pick one number, what would the number?
Oh, 21. Show.
21. What them number you were in high school?
High school, college, yep, little league, 21.
Nah, for sure that, man. Well, shit, it's a pleasure every time, dog. We got a lot of work to do.
For sure.
We ain't finished.
Whole lot of work, boy.
We just getting started, dog.
Hold on, I got a question before we go. After this group, because I know you started with this group at 13, right? 10. Are we going?
No, probably go to middle school.
Okay. I just
I got a bunch. I got a crew right now.
You sure do.
The 13s.
13s, yep.
I got the 13s.
That's why I got the 13 from.
Yeah, I got the 13s. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just grooming them. So I got another 5 years with them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna drop down there. I think I like since I started learning the game of football for real, it's difficult for me to coach kids. Because they can't learn what I'm trying to teach. Yeah. And when I'm trying to teach, I'm not ready to dumb it down like that. Yeah. I want to teach, like, cause I'm just getting to a point where now I feel like I'm really starting to understand football overall. You see what I'm saying? So I want to be able to teach the real shit and not the, hey, put your feet together when you get in your 3-point stance. I want to coach more than that now.
Yeah, that's how I felt when I first started training. Then I started understanding like it's the same. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you can, I used to think like if I'm working with a pro guy, it got to be all this advanced stuff. No, we finna go over the basics.
Nah, for sure.
The basics.
Nah, for sure.
You know what I'm
saying?
Nothing
but the basics, dog.
Nothing but the basics. Because if you know the basics, the foundation straight, all the other stuff, we can add the pretty stuff in. But like you said, I can say that the development of the younger athlete is a lot higher now.
We sure needed that ball that weekend.
Huh?
We sure needed that ball that weekend. Oh, shit. But we needed the ball that weekend. God damn it, boy. We needed that ball that weekend, boy. Shit. Well, it's all good, though, man.
What? But, yeah, what we always talking about is just the intellect. So, man, for the athletes out there, man, make sure you getting your one thing me and Lay always going to say, but your football IQ is very minimal.
It's very minimal.
You might look like Tarzan, but your brain is what?
Boy, that legit talking about, dog. Man, you already know, man. Appreciate the time, dog. Appreciate you coming, dog.
Appreciate you having me,
we're going to keep doing this shit. Y'all going to see some more of us.
For sure.
I'm saying, hear the inspirational words, man. Thank you for your time, dog. You already know it's your boy Parlay, man. We in the Partment with Parlay. Meet me in the Partments.